I wanted to try to get these done between no later than like, I definitely didn't want to go past 1. I'm like, let me get on here. Let me get on here and share. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I did it backwards this time. I usually do it the other way around where I send out notifications to those who want me to remind them when I'm going live. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about something. And let's see. Let's see. It's difficult. See, when I first share it, it actually goes a different way. And now, if I don't do it that way, I got to go to each individual and share that way. And it sucks. It sucks. It really does. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Almost done. Let's see. All right, let's see. I think I did. There we go. Oh, what just happened? What just happened? All right. All right. Let me get this together. And why? Okay, now internet, we're not about to play this game. What is happening? I must didn't turn my computer off right. Because I know I got internet because she was working. So for some reason, it wasn't, hold on, yeah. We got to put these bad boys on. We is not trying to do nothing with the eyes. I keep forgetting the stuff that I make for my skin. If I put on my lips, I end up licking my lips. I'm like, what? Oh, it's the stuff. Okay, let's see. We're going to go to some. Okay. I can't have a dead silent. I'm greasy. Oh, I put too much. I feel like I'm greasy. Hey, sis.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Okay,
just by thinking about it. Meet.
Can y'all hear me? Do I need my microphone? Listen, we are about. Alexa, stop. I thought I had my microphone in here. I just got done recording y'all a video on this Kinkaliba tea, the benefits from aging to weight loss to digestion, all that. So I don't need my microphone, right? I don't need my microphone. Make sure if you come in, you thumbs up the video. It's weird how so many people pop on a live as soon as you come on, like it literally said 28 and then it just drops. You know, I say that. I feel like if it ain't drama filled, they out. They out. But this is stuff people need to hear because they going through stuff with their children, they siblings, they relationships, they friend. Just it's stuff we need to hear and don't realize we're doing it. So hold on 1 second. All right, so I had to do my little intro on my thingy. So we're going to talk about what you see in that thumbnail. And guess what? All of us are guilty. All of us are guilty. All of us, if we have children, we're guilty. I would say 99% of us are guilty if we have children. We're guilty. We are guilty. So it says, I lied to you because I love you. I lied to you because I love you. And y'all know I'm always reading something, right? I be reading multiple books at one time, like, and it is enlightening me in so much. Come on, thumbs up the video when you come in. It is enlightening me on so so much and so many things that we don't even partake in conversation, or we don't even partake in general. When it comes to our culture, melanated culture, a lot of times we don't partake in certain things because we were always, from way hundreds of years back, you know what I'm talking about, from all the way back all the way to current, we were always made to suck it up, get over it. You know what I'm saying? Suck it up, get over it. Women weren't able to endure their pregnancies, enjoy the pregnancies, live through the pregnancies, understand the feelings she's going through, her body's going through the postpartum. Children are not able to, it's like life has been created and is continuing to be created with those who, the ones who control, right? To make us feel like everything needs to be rushed. We don't have time. We don't have time. Rush, 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 rush. And I'm like, well, it's the same 24 hours that our grandparents had. It's the same 24 hours that their parents had. You get what I'm saying? But it's the concept of everything moving so fast around us that makes us feel like we have to rush. And then the rushing makes you feel like if you don't jump on whatever, it's a fear of missing out. They call it FOMO, fear of missing out. And you feel like you're going to miss out on something. So therefore, that fear makes people conform to what everybody is doing. When you feel like you're going to miss out, you feel like you have to conform to what everybody's doing. I'm not that girl. They could say they feel like the sky is falling today. Okay. Then if that's the case, that's how I was meant to go, because I can't control the sky falling. So why am I going to sit here and stress about something I can't control? Even in the concept of what's happening right now, not at our door, but what people that are controlling this corporation is doing, they're messing with other people's livelihoods, right? And because of that, it's like it has us in fear, because it's like, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? What are they thinking? How are they going to retaliate? So when people make decisions, their decisions is on them and what they feel is okay at that moment. And I'm not even going to say that it's thought through. I'm not going to say it's mature. I'm not going to say none of that, because I can't stand the person doing what they're doing. But what I will say is, I'm bringing it all full circle to why do we as parents, you have children, and we're going to make it so basic. There's been times in a lot of our lives as parents and as children where we have been in arguments, been in disagreements that's got really heated. And anybody, a dog, a puppy, a cat, knows it's tension. Something is not right. Somebody's angry. Somebody's upset. Somebody's hurt. Somebody's sad. Somebody's disappointed. Do you see what I'm saying? And I can keep going. Somebody knows that this is occurring. So why would you not think that a human, a mini human, a child, can't sense and understand? You know how they say that children won't go to certain people because they can read an aura, they can feel the energy of a person? I hate when they do this. I hate it. It's like, just play. It's supposed to be a certain amount of time, but then they keep playing these doggone these commercials, and it's ruining the whole vibe of it. It's only certain ones. I need to go back to my doctor. No, this ain't him. I gotta find somebody else or something, because this is not cool. We're gonna go, let's try this one. Okay. So you know it, you sense it. And a kid can sense fear. A kid can sense, they can sense evil. They can sense something that's not right, right? So what happens to us as adults who are kids who go through this, right? It's crazy, but you never thought, and most of us don't even think about this. You are a child, and you're seeing your mom and dad argue. You're seeing them fuss. You're seeing them fight. And when they're fussing and fighting, you might come out or be in the midst of it. Or you're like, oh, mommy or daddy, you mad at mommy? Or daddy, mommy, you mad at daddy? Or mommy, are you upset? What, you get what I'm saying? Or mommy, are you sad? Or daddy, are you sad? And they ask the questions, right? I did it on TikTok a couple years ago. I talked about how we think just because kids are little that they don't remember stuff. So you have moms or people that have babies, because I feel like a mom and a mother is a title that holds certain characteristics that are done for that child, right? So you have a lot of females that have babies, but they don't know how to nurture. They don't know how to, they still trying to learn themselves. You get what I mean? I didn't learn everything. I learned everything as I grow, as I was becoming a parent in different levels and different stages. I have adult children. You get what I'm saying? I have adult children. I still have one teen, but I've been through all the stages. I've been through all the stages. The only stage I haven't went through, God, knock on wood, no time soon. And if it is, it is, because my daughter is 27. My oldest daughter is 27, and then my middle daughter is 23. So I mean, it's their choice, because I've had children way before then. My first baby I had 18. Had got pregnant at 18 and had her at 19. So to each their own, but I would like for them to be in a secure financial position before they bring children into this life, because children, I gotta keep saying children are not cheap. And if you're a caring parent, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy. And so as a parent who goes through things, or are you in certain situations or relationships or whatever, and you allow these people around your children, or it might be the kid's father, it may not even be a situationship, right? And the kid is seeing y'all argue and fuss. Let me tell you how traumatic something so small is. Mommy, are you upset with daddy? Daddy, are you upset with mommy? Mommy, did daddy hurt you? Daddy, did mommy hurt you? Whatever. And the first thing we say as parents is, no, baby, no, I'm fine. You suck up your tears, or you see your kids coming and you try to talk different, and you try to do whatever, and you say, no, baby, I'm fine. Go back in the room. And you're smiling, right? But before they came out and you seen them physically, they already heard the loud back and forth. They already heard the arguing back and forth. They already heard that, right? So what happens is now you don't confuse them. And I know some people like, oh, who cares about this? I'm going to tell you why you should care. This is exactly why you have men and women who stay in relationships too long. Because they're confused with making decisions. They're confused because they have been tainted with toxic emotional instability from when they were little. They are now confused. I feel hurt. I feel disrespected. But am I right? Am I right? Am I right? And so now they start to question themselves and everything. And now they're confused. They don't know how to make a move. They don't know how to make a concrete decision on what they're feeling, how this person has treated them, how this person has overstepped boundaries, how this person has disrespected them. They don't know what to do. They have no clue what to do. They are literally confused. And so they begin a life of confusing situations that allow them to stay longer, get hurt, waste money, time, energy, have children, all of the above, because they seen it happen with their parent, right? And you think, oh, they're young. Yeah, we fussed and fight when they were young. They didn't think nothing of it. Or, yeah, we went through this when they were young. And I am starting to learn more about the things that my kids have encountered when it comes to arguing and fussing and fighting and different things like that, right? We don't think that it impacts them, but it does impact them. And then I'm like, dang, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about my childhood and stuff that I remember. I can't get out my head, that was said or done, or physically the abuse that I seen people go through and all that stuff. And it's like, wow, I was in therapy the other day. This book right here is one I'm reading. It's so old. And this book is a book I'm reading right here. And when I tell you, this book has enlightened me on so much. Let me see. Let's go to page 10. On page 10, she said something. And y'all know when I read a book, I read the book. I don't be just saying I read stuff. Like, I really get into my books. Like, I really, really read my books. So, in this book, and some people like, oh, my children are good, they didn't really see too much. Maybe they didn't see too much, but come on now. If you arguing and fussing in the house with your child, unless you got soundproof walls your kids hear, and even that, they sense the tension, they sense they sense your vibes in your aura, in your demeanor change. They do sense that. Y'all, we don't give kids as much credit as they should get when they're little. I'm talking about babies from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. We don't give them the credit they deserve. And so it was saying in dysfunctional families, major aspects of reality are defined. Mind you, this was recent where I put this down because I have so many other topics that I put down after that and even before that. These are just topics that I just picked from because these are things that I feel is important. Nobody talks about this, right? Oh, excuse me, y'all. And dysfunctional families, major aspects of reality are denied and roles are remain rigid. When no one can discuss what affects every family member individually as well as the family as a whole, indeed, when such discussion is forbidden, forbidden implicity, the subject is changed. Or, oh gosh, or explicitly, we don't talk about those things. We learn not to believe in our own perspective or feelings because our family denies our reality. You see what I'm saying? Our family denies our reality. We begin to deny it too. And this severely impairs the development of our basic tools for living life, for life and for relating to people and situations. It is this basic impairment that operates in women who love too much. We become unable to discern when someone or something is not good for us. When someone or something is not good for us, the situations and people and the people that are the situations and people that others would naturally avoid, dangerously uncomfortable and unwholesome do not repel us because we have no way of evaluating them realistically or self-protectively. We do not trust our feelings or use them to guide us instead. Do you hear that? That's how detrimental it is when we lie to our children early. I don't read for no reason. I read because I have a purpose. You may not want to hear it. You may not care to hear it, but you're probably the same person that needs to hear everything I'm saying, because it doesn't matter if your child is 10 or if your child is 40. What are the things that they've seen, that they've been through, and that you realize you didn't grow through, you didn't understand, you didn't know, and you're learning today? What are they? What are they? And you wonder why maybe certain things are not clicking. And my therapist said something to me, and she was like, I had said, I wonder, and I'm not going to say exactly what I said, I wonder if when that happened, is that why this person does this and feels this way? She said, see what I'm saying? I love the way your perspective is always open to being accountable or aware of things that could be the effect, the cause and effect of something in somebody in your life, or something in my life. And so it says, no one becomes such a woman who loves too much, or a woman who loves too much by accident. I have been that. I've been in situations and I'm thinking I can love this person until they change. I can love this person and show them who I am, because isn't that what they want? Isn't that what they deserve? And it ain't just about a man. It's about everybody who comes in your life. And this is why boundaries have always been a word. Accountability have always been a word. And me and my friend was talking about this yesterday. Those have always been words. But let's go back with the flip side of the basic way of saying accountability. You do wrong. You did something wrong. You know you're wrong. You're responsible because you hurt this person, or you broke that, or you stole that, or whatever. You're responsible. But accountability is another level of, okay, I'm responsible, but now what? You know, it's like, not only are you admitting to the responsibility of, or admitting to, okay, this is me, I did that, now we're going next level. Hey Teresa, now we're going next level. The next level with it is, okay, I'm holding myself accountable. I don't like it, so what can I do, y'all? I stepped outside one day, and after getting the workout in, and literally it was colder than I thought, and I had just got done sweating. Hold on. So that, like, that was the actual first page that literally I wrote down on here, page 10. That threw me like, oh my gosh. It says you are willing to take far more than 50% of the responsibility, guilt, blame in any relationship. You have a desperate need to control your man, your relationship, having experienced little security in childhood. You mask your efforts to control people in situations as being helpful. I feel like I don't try to control my man, but I feel like I have been in situations where I want somebody to change and I see better than they see in themselves and I try to control the situation. Yeah, I'm guilty of that as a mom too. You may be predisposed emotionally and often biochemically to becoming addicted to drugs, alcohol, and or certain foods, particularly sugary ones. And guess what I put next to it? Wow. Because I'm a sweet tooth girl. So that just really hit home. Because guess what? I'm vulnerable with myself. I'm vulnerable with life. I'm vulnerable with knowing that things need to change so that way I can be better for anything that comes in my life, with the curation of getting these relationships together, from siblings to parents and all that stuff, and also children. And then being that martyr for my family, to know it's okay, to know something is wrong and we need to fix it. Somebody has to. My therapist said it to me all the time, and it makes me so mad with her. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be like, stop saying that. She be like, you are meant to change the generation. You are the curse breaker. You are. And I'm like, okay, stop saying that. But I know that, and it's like a big task at the same time, because the work that I'm doing is just totally different. It's just totally different. Not only for me, but for those that come in contact with me that I have to mentor. You get what I'm saying? I'm prepared, because not only have I walked in the shoes, done the work, I'm going to show you and help you get through how you can be better too, right? So it says and I'm jumping through and I'm highlighting, sharing some of the stuff I highlighted. Yeah. Women with this type of emotional makeup are consistently drawn to men who are emotionally unavailable for one reason or another. And I didn't highlight this, but it says being addicted is primarily a way of being emotionally unavailable right from the start. And it was about this girl named Jill. She tells different stories of people going through different things or whatever. A higher achiever, it was saying these are some of the things. It says, like so many women who love too much, she was obviously a very responsible person, a high achiever who was succeeding in many areas of her life, but who nevertheless had little self-esteem. Ouch with that, right, sis? You can achieve things, you could get stuff done, and people are like, oh man, she's amazing or he's amazing, because there's men who love too much too. But she was saying in this book that men, when they love too much, their way of combating that is they work too much. They work or find themselves busy in themselves much. We are the opposite. We try to pour love in and do the most to make a person's life easier, even if it's too much on us. Okay, so I went from 12 to page, I think it's 9. I think I had to backtrack. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah. Or your mother's attitude towards you. Okay. This one says, we all have strong emotional reactions to words like alcoholism, incest, violence, addiction. And sometimes we cannot look at our own lives realistically because we are so afraid of having these labels applied to us or to those we love. Sadly, our inability to use the words when they do apply often precludes our getting appropriate help. And that's where vulnerability comes in. You have a lot. See, you have to have low self-esteem. You have to have lack of confidence. If you continue in a situation that doesn't really serve you, but you use the excuse of we've been together so long, or oh, where else like you use the excuse of that, and then you try to combat the word of God with the excuse for why you have allowed this person to overstep your boundaries, overstep his boundaries or her boundaries with you in a relationship, and it showed you many times how they really don't care about you like they should, or how you feel they should, right? But you still stay. See, somebody who truly loves themselves, okay, I'm going to give you a true example. Let's talk about it. When a woman has a father and she's not around toxic stuff, she's not around seeing the things where the family lies, the father lies, the mother lies, and tells her, oh, baby, no, we're not arguing. First of all, they know how to, they have emotional, they know how to what is the word? It's a word. They know how to regulate their emotions and not do it in the presence of their children at all. Because see, when you don't, that means you're all over the place. You don't know how to control your emotions. It needs to get out. You're going to say what you need to say. It don't matter if the kids hear it or whatever, because you in your feelings. That means you're unstable emotionally, right? And I've been there. I'm going to say what I need to say. They need to know the truth or whatever. Some stuff kids don't need to hear. They cannot process things the way we process, right? And so because of that, you have children that has never seen their parents. And I've heard people, I've never seen my parents fight. I've never seen my parents argue. You know, I've heard people say this. I've never seen my grandparents fuss, argue. If they did, we didn't know about it, or whatever the case may be, right? They grew up having a father that loved them siblings that loved them uncles, brothers, grandparents, all like that. They family was love. There are lots of families like that, right? And then there's lots that are not. Their family was love. So that young lady knows that when something don't feel right, she gonna walk away. Or she gonna address it. When that young man knows that something don't feel right and somebody has disrespected them, overstepped the boundaries or whatever, they are going to walk away or address it, right? So they walk away or they address it. And when they do that, it's because they know this is a boundary and they know that this is something they don't want to deal with. And their security within self, they don't feel like they're missing out on nothing. They feel like you missing out on something because you lost something good. And they walk away from a man, a woman, or whoever. They walk away from something that doesn't serve them. And I'm not talking like for instance, there's women, as soon as a man put his hands on her, jack her up, push her against the little slight stuff that just indicates he's a woman beater. But you think, oh, been or done that. Oh, he just kind of pushed me up, or oh, he just kind of pushed up on me in the wall, like, where you going, da-da-da, and you think it's cute. He love me. Girl, he don't play about me. No, right. He needs to play. He plays with himself, and he's playing with you. And so it becomes worse to the point where now he jacking you up. Now he's throwing you against the wall. He's slapping you. You get what I'm saying? Now, whatever. Been there, done that. But we don't know. Because we don't know, we don't understand. This is not good. This is not right. I feel something. It don't feel right. But why am I going against what I feel? Why am I going against what I feel? Because we've been tainted as children. We've been tainted as children, right? So this young lady gets that man to push up on her. And she's like, oh no. Sorry, out of there. Blocked, ghosted. You will never see me again, because she knows her worth. She knows her value. Or a man, he had a mom that treated him good. He knows how women should be. He knows how respectful the tone should be and how he shouldn't be called out of his name, or nobody should put their hands on him or whatever. And you get this young lady, she kind of hood and she kind of got a lot to her. And he say something and she like, mother effer, blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. And hands all in the face, right? And he like, oh, Oh no. And she ghosted by him. And he's out there. Why? Because he knows his worth. And he knows that if this is what I'm going to deal with early, you're going to get worse. And it does. I've seen women who think just because they 4'11, 5'2, 5'3, or whatever, they can just put their hands on men. That's toxic. Something is wrong with you. It's not cute. It's not cute. It's not funny. Just like women don't need to put their hands. I mean, men, it's always about domestic violence being a one-way street. And we know you hear about it even more. But you shouldn't be putting your hands on a man neither. I don't care if you 2 foot. Nobody deserves to be hit on or nothing thrown at them or whatever. But you have toxic men who love too hard, just like women, and they stay with those women because they think it's cute. Oh, she be tripping out on me. Yeah, till she bust you in the head with a bottle and get real angry or pull a gun out on you. I mean, sorry, I hope this is whatever, or pull something out on you. Yeah, that's not cool. It's not cool either way it go, but you find people thinking that that's a form of love. You find people that's a form of, oh, they obsessed with me. They obsession of anything is not good. I've heard women like, oh yeah, I want him to be obsessed with me. What? No, I want him to love me and love me right and love me deeply. In a good way, right? Give me the things that I need. I don't need nobody that's obsessed with me. Because that that can be very dangerous. They can do anything and they will do anything, right? So it can go both ways. If you are a parent, if your child, like even right now, let's think about she's 17, right? If I get upset with her and I have to say some things and be mommy, it makes me feel so bad sometimes, right? And sometimes I have to raise my voice. I remember the days of that being my way of feeling like, oh, because I'm a mama, oh, you done did this. And you have to raise your voice sometimes. We're not gonna get it twisted. This new age soft parenting crap is not what I'm talking about. It's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about something different. We're talking about your children knowing respect boundaries and understanding that they have to respect the elders or whatever. The elder people and the adults. I'm talking about when I get upset or when I get angry, or if I am disappointed by my child, or if I'm disappointed of something she did, I come back and I'll tell her, like, we gonna be honest. You got to. Because I want her to know I'm feeling the feels. I'm upset. I was a little out of control. Meaning, like, if I say, thank you for the, if I say, like, let me say, for instance, if I say, oh, why are you so lazy? Why are you being lazy? I was telling my friend, it's a way that we need to say things, right? But sometimes we're in our emotions, but it's okay. Do better. Backtrack. I don't think that you're lazy. I think that the things that you're doing are giving lazy. The way that you're acting is giving lazy. I know you're not lazy, but I'm upset. I was upset and I was disappointed in your actions because you did not do blah, blah, blah. But it's not your fault that I got upset and did what I did, meaning said the things about being lazy or either got too loud or whatever the case may be. I don't really like yell at her like that. Like I don't like yell at her like that. I don't know. She's just so sensitive. She don't disrespect me. She just look at me when I'm talking. She don't be doing the rolling of the eyes. She don't do all that. She just don't disrespect me like in my face. I mean, I told her all kids is that way. They go in their room, put their head in their pillow, and they literally you could cuss me out, say whatever you need to feel, whatever, get it out. I remember when Naya was in therapy years ago, the therapist was like, let her go in her room, because Naya would go in her room and just yell and just scream. And so the therapist was like, yell and scream in the pillow. Let her get a pillow and just yell and scream or whatever in that pillow. And a couple years ago, I bought them some pillows. Let me get these pillows. Let me show y'all real quick. Hold on.
Taxes was feeling unclear. Now Taxes is an open door to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts. They do your taxes, so you can walk out with confidence.
Okay, y'all.
This is Taxes.
So, now this one play. As soon as I walk out and play the commercial. Oh. Okay, what did I just do?
Guys, pretend like you're holding up the building behind you.
No thanks.
Yeah. That's it.
It's so annoying. Okay, so I got these some time ago because I realized that, and they're the same on both sides. I realized that our emotions are deeper than the basic. They're deeper than the happy, surprise, fear, angry, disgust, and sad. They're deeper than that. Like, it's levels to emotions. And nobody talks about those. Like, just for happy, right? You got optimistic, intimate, peaceful, powerful, accepted, proud, interested, and joyful. And then it goes deeper to say liberated, ecstatic, amused, inquisitive, important, confident, respected, fulfilled. And then it goes the opposite way: inspired, open, playful, sensitive, hopeful, loving, provocative. I thought that was weird for happy. Anyways, and courageous. Then for sad, it goes guilty, abandoned, despair, depressed, lonely, bored. Remorseful is the next level: shame, ashamed, ignored, victimized, powerless, vulnerable, inferior, empty, abandoned, isolated, empathetic, and indifferent. For disgust, disapproval, disappointed, awful, avoidance. And then the next level is judgment, loathing, repugnant, revolted, revulsion, detestable, aversion, and hesitant. For anger, it says, why is this? Hold on. Okay, anger, it says hurt, threatened, hateful, mad, aggressive, frustrated, distant, and critical. And then it says provoked, hostile, infuriated, irritated, withdrawn, suspicious, skeptical, sarcastic. And on the other side, it says enraged, furious, violated, resentful, jealous, insecure, devastated, embarrassed. For fear, it says humiliated, rejected, submissive, insecure, anxious, and scared. Ridiculed, disrespected, alienated, persecuted, insignificant, worthless, inferior, inadequate, worried, overwhelmed, frightened, and terrified. For surprise, it says shocked, startled, confused, amazed, excited. And for the next level, it says shocked, dismayed, disillusioned, perplexed, astonished, awe, eager, and energetic. Like, it is so many levels to the basic emotions. So many levels. And this is just one good one to have, because sometimes we don't know the next level or what we're feeling. Why do we feel this way? Where does this come from? It comes from happiness. It comes from sadness. It comes from anger. You get what I'm saying? And we don't know that. We don't talk about those things. That's not something we talk about. That's not something that's important, right? So I lost my place in the book. I messed around and took the doggone thing out. Anywho, okay. And this was mine. It says, I know this is a powerful one. I have seen this in me. Extremely, it says, these are the things that determines, hold on. It says, needs for affection may also be denied or insufficiently met when parents are fighting with each other or caught up in other kinds of struggle. There may be little time for attention left for the children in the family. This leaves children hungry for love while not knowing how to trust it or accept it and feeling undeserving of it. Same thing becomes that adult man, that adult woman. they don't understand. They don't, when a woman's like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm loving him, I'm doing it, and it's nothing, it's just nothing. It's just not, they're not changing. They're not being who you think they should be, because you cannot love a person enough who needs help, right? And vice versa. A woman is like, I do everything. I cook, I clean, I give him it when he wants to, I do this, that, and the third. But if he's been through some things, it's never gonna be enough. Okay, so hungry for love while not knowing how to trust it, accept it, or feeling undeserving of it. Now, for the first part of this characteristic, coming from a dysfunctional home, dysfunctional homes are those in which one or more of the following occur: alcohol, abuse of alcohol or other drugs, prescribed or illicit; compulsive behavior such as compulsive eating, working, cleaning, gambling, spending, dieting, exercising, and so on. These practices are addictive behaviors as well as progressive diseases process, like progressive diseases begin to process in the body. Among their many other harmful aspects, they effectively disrupt and prevent honest contact and intimacy in the family. Battering of a spouse or a child, inappropriate sexual behavior on the part of a parent towards a child, ranging from seductiveness to incest. Constant arguing and tension. Extended periods of time in which parents refuse to speak to each other. I know most of us have seen a lot of this in our families. Parents who have conflicting attitudes or values or display contradictory behaviors that compete for their child's allegiance. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. And I'm going to say I was also guilty as a parent where things will happen and kids should or shouldn't have seen nothing. And you ask the kid, didn't I do, or didn't you see? You get what I'm saying? And you putting a kid in it. Been there, done that. Listen, my vulnerability and accountability is a part of my leadership. And if I don't, who will? This is the beginning of us just doing great and being better as a people. And it says, when you competing for a child's alliance on either side, oh my gosh, been there, done that. Seen that in my grandparents, seen that in my mama, seen that in aunties, uncles. I seen it in so many things, and I started to do stuff like that because like nobody believes me. I'm telling you I did, and and then you put them in it. They don't need to be in it. Parents who are competitive with each other or with their children. A parent who cannot relate to others in the family and thus actively avoids them while blaming them for this avoidance. Okay? Extremely rigid about money, religion, work, use of time, display of affection, television. I don't know if you can say sex on here. Whatever. We'll see. Television, housework, sports, politics, and so on. Obsession with any of these can preclude contact and intimacy because the emphasis is not on relating but on following the rules. I am rigid in so many places, and rigid is not good. Because, oh my gosh, like I'm learning me so much. I'm rigid because like, especially when it comes to finances, I'm rigid because I ain't got nobody to call. You get what I'm saying? I don't have nobody to call. So I'm rigid, and that rigidness allows me in certain, like she want to do something, we always doing something. Y'all, we just got back from literally a couple days ago. Like when y'all see me getting those chairs on my other channel, we was going to the Wiz, but we just got back from a big concert. And we went to see New Edition, Tony Braxton, and Boyz II Men. It was so good. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. Like we had a ball. We're always doing something, and we got somewhere to go in 3 days. Wait, what's today? What's today? Today is Wednesday. Yep, 3 days. We got another event. Listen, I'm not playing about creating moments. I'm not playing about doing things. When I spend my money, I want it to be spent on things that we can look back at and be like, yeah, we had a ball. Like when I say, y'all seen when I showed y'all we went to go see The Wiz, and that was amazing. That was the end of it. And that's the Wiz, the Broadway. Listen, that was a great experience. Them people, the most of the cast, all the cast was melanated people, and it was beautiful. It was worth every pente. And we went to see New Edition, and y'all, I did so many. Listen, when I say we be having fun, like I don't share everything, but we be having fun. Like we get dressed and we go. Me and my baby are like concert buddies now. Like we be having fun. We be having a ball. Like when I say Tony, Johnny Gill showed out. Johnny Gill showed out. Ralph Tresvant did his own sensitivity. Tony, I didn't miss none of the songs I thought I was gonna miss, y'all. When I tell you it was when I say Tony showed out, Tony showed out, she showed out, she showed out, she showed out. Boys the Men showed out, Bobby showed, like they, oh, I'm just getting goosebumps. Just the atmosphere. It's something about being around a whole bunch of people and just having my baby. She's 17. Her little butt wasn't even. I was young when most of them songs, Candy Girl and Poison and all that. I was little. I wasn't even thinking about being with nobody or nothing. And for her to be in there and she's singing and she knowing the words, it's just we be having it all. We always be going in somebody hotel where usually I like to stay. I'm a Hilton Honors girl. I love there. I just feel like they're always the cleanest for me. Them and the new Best Westerns have been okay, and the new Holiday Inn Express, we stayed in one of those when we went to the Kelly Rowland concert. So that was pretty cool. And the girl was, remember I shared that? The girl was really nice at the front desk. We're always gone. We're always gone. We're getting ready to go in a couple days. We got somewhere else to go. And then not even 2 weeks after that, we got another event. Listen, I'm not playing. It's about really doing, and I don't got time to be sharing all that because I'm really having fun. I don't care about your likes and your thumbs up. I'm really having fun. And that's what y'all need to realize. Do what makes you happy and brings you joy on a deeper level. Forget what people think. This is why I know like social media really ain't for me, because I'm a private person and I share what I need to share, what I want to share, but I'm very protective of my family. You get what I'm saying? I'm very protective of my family. Anyway, so let's get back into it. So I know that's me, the rigid person with money. Rigid, but if she asks for something or she wants something, I'm like, okay, let's do it. We already booked and ready for our holiday. Our holiday is set for Christmas. It's already set. Yes, they always be, yes, they always be on point. Our holiday is set already, and she gonna have some friends coming, and I'm excited about that. We've been trying to get here. If y'all know, y'all know. If not, I'll tell y'all something when we get closer. Our holiday is set. We already got a trip leaving out of the country, something she been also wanting to do. We're gonna be gone for like a week in a great country, like a beautiful place that not many of us really go to, that I hear about. But yeah, this is not like, you want to go there? Okay, I guess, so that's sad. Like we got things that's going on. We got things that's going on. And because you're in live, you get a taste of little things of me, because this is the other side of the how-to. This is the other side of me and where my passion lies. My passion lies with helping my people transform and to become better people. I think I am also. I have this work person also. Oh, okay. All you gotta do is call the number and give me your info. It's usually, I think, your phone number or your if an email address you use, they can find you like that. So I wrote on the side that I can see this in me talking about the rigidness, and it says, for instance, an alcoholic and a compulsive eater frequently will marry, and then each will struggle to control the other's addictions. Parents also often balance each other in unhealthy ways. When the smothering, overprotecting mother is married to the angry and rejecting father, each parent is actually enabled by the others' behavior and the attitudes to continue relating. Hold on, yeah. And now my mouse don't even want to. The mouse ain't. What is going on? How did that just happen? The mouse just didn't even want to work to skip the video. Um, Enabled by the other's behavior and attitudes to continue relating to the children is, in a destructive way. Dysfunctional families come in many styles and varieties, but they all share one effect that have on children. Growing up in them, these children are to some extent damaged in their ability to feel and relate. Having received little real nurturing yourself, you try to fill this unmet need vicariously by becoming a caregiver, especially to men who appear in some way needy. Why? I said, why? The conversation could be going good, and then we talking about when I was dating or whatever. The conversation could be going good and things looking good, everything, and then it's like, boom, come full circle. This man is needy. He needs a lot of help. He needs a lot of things. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, oh my gosh. So think about how children, especially little girls, behave when they are lacking the love and attention they want and need. While a little boy may become angry and act out with destructive behavior and more often, a little girl will turn her attention to her favorite doll, rocking and soothing it, and at some level identify with it. The girl, that was me. You could not touch my doll. You could not touch my dolls. My dolls was perfectly on my bed. They had their space. My room stayed immaculate. My room was my sanctuary. And my mom and anybody that knows me, my stepdad, may he rest in peace. But I was the first one to get my own full-blown bedroom set. I'm talking about the nightstands, the whole dresser with the mirror, all of that, because I took care of stuff. Y'all know I still got I showed y'all on that live. I broke down crying because I thought I lost the Afghan that my grandmother crocheted for me, and I ended up finding it in one of those puffs in my living room. So I keep things. When things are, somebody take the time and energy to give me something or do something. Like I got stuff around. Where it go? Did it fall? Oh, this was created by one of y'all, Shanta, years ago. I don't know if y'all remember I shared this. I think Shanta did pass away. I'm sorry. Shanta passed away, and she made this for me. She made this for me like back in 2015, 2016 when I lived in New York. And she sent this to me. Blessings, sis. I send this book of friendship and love from my heart. I am so glad I have got the chance to know you. I am sending this to put a smile on your face. Your Kentucky sister, Shanta. Stuff like this, I keep. I keep. And she was a very heavy woman. Like, she was very, very, like, big. She was very heavy. And so, she didn't make it. I met a lot of people online that were dealing with obesity or morbid obesity or whatever, and I was helping them behind the scenes, trying to get, together. And some of them fell into depressions, and I didn't hear from them. And do y'all remember a guy that was on social media years ago? He was really big. Why is his no, oh gosh, his name is slipping me. When it comes back to me, this was so many years ago. Yeah, that just makes me cry because he used to call me his mom, and I used to help him exercise on his couch. He was like 700 pounds. And this is before my fitness like really blew up. He was watching me, and I didn't know it. He reached out to me, and he was watching me for a while, and he sent me like a heartfelt like video, and it was a little short video, and basically saying he needed my help. He went on to go on to The Biggest Loser. I think it was Adidas end up sponsoring him, but he did The Biggest Loser a little bit different, where they came into his home and changed his home up, and somebody was gonna come there and do stuff with him. Big Larry. I don't know why I got J. Big Larry. Y'all can go look up Big Larry He was like 700 pounds. He had one daughter. Me and Big Larry used to have conversations on the phone. Me and Big Larry used to talk all the time on the phone. He used to text me and be like, "Hey mom, how you doing? I'm not doing too good today." He was older than me. And I would do workouts with him, showing him what to do. And I stepped him by step by step. Let's get you off this couch. Let's get you off this bed. And he would do little stuff every week until he ended up getting out his house. I was the woman behind the scenes with Big Larry until he started walking down the steps of his porch. This was all over Facebook. Then he began to walk. He would walk. I said, "Larry, start by walking down the steps to that tree. Then you go from that tree, go to that tree. When you go from that tree, go to the next tree." He just kept going. He kept going till it became a phenomenon in his area where people were coming from all over to come walk with him. And he would be on video with me talking to me while he's walking. It became viral. So when I know the things that I do is not for show, it's not for anything, like, and this is proven. You feel what I'm saying? That's when I knew that fitness was my thing, and coaching and mentoring and trying to help people just find that strength within themselves. You know, my therapist was talking about resilience and how everybody doesn't have it, and how I have resilience even though I know I got this going on. I still have the resilience that it's just I can't explain it. But anyway, so it was talking about a young girl, a little girl, being nurturing to her dolls, but little boys become aggressive and they want to show their strength or their power in doing certain things physical. And with some level of identity with it, the little girl is engaged in a roundabout effort to receive the nurturing she needs. Women who love too much do the same thing, perhaps only slightly more subtle. In general, we become caregivers in most, if not all, areas of life. And that's where, when I was telling my therapist, this is a book that I started reading some weeks ago, she was like, "This book can apply to all parts of your life." I said, "I know. Not just a man, but how you deal with your children, your parents, your siblings, everything." And it says, in general, we become caregivers, Women from dysfunctional homes, and especially, I have observed, from alcoholic homes, are overrepresented in the helping profession, working as nurses, counselors, therapists, and social workers. We are drawn to those who are needy, compassionately identifying with their pain and seeking to relieve it in order to ameliorate our own. It says, but respond we will with the conviction that this man needs our help. Our compassion and our wisdom is in order to improve his life. This is what we feel. We like, they need us. They need us. We need to, we can't let them go. We can't let them down, because our aspect of that is thinking of how we were let down as a child. So we feel like if we stay in something that is overstepping boundaries, being disrespected, being overwhelmed, being overworked, being not loved, we feel like we're doing what somebody did to us and we didn't like how it felt. So we stay stuck. They're not us. It's not your responsibility to fix anybody. And if a person hasn't showed you within a certain amount of time the difference in their changes, they're not. You got to love yourself enough to know that. And you know, I cried and thought about my marriage. I cried and thought about that because he was not a bad person. Like he wasn't a bad dad. He wasn't a bad husband. It was just that he wasn't good at communicating. He wasn't good at helping himself. And it was only so much that I could do. And the fear that I had within me was waking up next to a cold body. Right? And those who know the story know the story. So sometimes, you know, people feel like it has to be, what is it? Adultery or somebody putting their hands on you or something like that for you to move. Other than that, you should stick and stay. No, absolutely not. Because you will waste away your purpose and your time trying to love on someone who doesn't understand what this is you're giving them. Because remember in the book I said it, they don't know how to take love, receive love, or be loved, right? And until you love yourself a certain way, you're going to stay stuck in situations that don't serve you. And, this day and age, it's a lot of single women, and they're like, I love it here. And then you got people like, yeah, they're lying. They're just lying because they ain't find nobody. No, it's not that. When you've been through certain stuff, I've talked to women, many women that are single, women that are married. When you are a woman who's been through so much and you've been through multiple long relationships and everything, and it's like if this is peaceful, I can go and do as I please. If I don't have to be bothered with you, I don't, you know what I mean, if I don't want to. And then thinking of the intertwining of two people and how everything has to be it has to be a compromise most of the time. You get what I mean? I can see why some women would say, like, I love it here, I'm fine. I can go, I can do as I please. My home is peaceful, it's going to stay clean, it's going to be, you get what I mean? And I'm not mad at them, to each their own. If you've already experienced a long relationship or been in something long, like, is it that serious? Is it that serious? Okay, so it says, but respond they will with a conviction that this man needs our help and compassion, blah blah blah, but we are not attracted. Okay, says this one, it says, now it being perhaps your struggle with this with the one parent, perhaps your struggle with one parent, perhaps with both, but whatever was wrong or missing or painful in the past is what you are trying to make turn out right in the present. Now it begins to be apparent that something very unwholesome and self-defeating is going on. Wow. It would be fine if we brought all our sympathy, compassion, and understanding into a relationship with a healthy man. Men with whom there was some hope of getting our own needs met. But we are not attracted to healthy men who could give us what we need. They seem boring to us. We're attracted to men who replicate for us the struggle we endured with our parents. When we tried to be good enough, loving enough, worthy enough, helpful enough, and smart enough to win the love, attention, and approval from those who could not give us what we needed. These right here are talking about, she broke it down. It says that she's basically going to tell all the different things, to the characteristics of typically you come from a dysfunctional home in which your emotions and needs were not met, having received little real nurturing yourself, trying to fill the unmet need vicariously by becoming a caregiver, especially to men who appear in some way needy. Because you were never able to change your parents into warm, loving caretakers you respond deeply to familiar types of emotionally unavailable men who you can again try to change through your love. Then it says, terrified of abandonment, you will do anything to keep a relationship from resolving. And the main thing is stay when you know you should have been gone. Because ain't nothing changing. It might get a little good or whatever you think of the good times. But truthfully, it's a lot of married single women. Because you feel lonely. Not that you're physically alone, but you feel lonely. Been there, done that. Anyways. Almost, and then so you throw yourself into other things to avoid facing your reality. The reality is he's never going to be what you think he's going to be. That's what it is. And terrified of abandonment, you will do anything to keep relationship from dissolving. Almost nothing is too much trouble, takes too much time, or is too expensive if it will help the man you are involved with. Accustomed to lack of love in a personal relationship, you are willing to wait, hope, and try harder to please. You are willing to take far more than 50% of the responsibility, guilt, and the blame in any relationship. Your self esteem is critically low, and deep inside, you do not believe you deserve to be happy. Rather, you believe you must learn the right to enjoy life. You have a desperate need to control your man and your relationship, having experienced little security in childhood. You mask your effort to control people and situations as being helpful. And that's clingy, that's overbearing, and that's something that most secure men do not like. Some men, I think insecure men likes clingy women. I've never been a clingy woman. I'm the type I'll cut you off in a minute. That's weird. So I'm different, but I've been through. You get what I'm saying? Then it says that number 10, in a relationship, you are much more in touch with your dream of how it could be rather than with the reality of the situation. And that's where I was. I was like, but if I just show him I'm here and I'm not, and I get, and you know, if I, okay, you are addicted to men and to emotional pain. You may be predisposed biochemically as well as emotionally to abusive drugs, alcohol, and or certain foods, usually sugary ones. I talked about that, but I'm going through the 10 things. She going in depth. By being drawn to people with problems that need fixing, or by being enmeshed in situations that are chaotic, uncertain, and emotionally painful, you keep from focusing on your responsibility to yourself. That one I gotta read again. By being drawn to people with problems that need fixing, or by being enmeshed in situations that are chaotic, uncertain, and emotionally painful, you keep from focusing on your responsibility to yourself. You may have a tendency towards episodes of depression, which you try to forestall through the excitement provided by an unstable relationship. You are not attracted to men who are kind, stable, reliable, and interested in you. You find such nice men boring. That is the breakdown of all the things that embody a woman who loves too much. That is it. And that lying to your children, that hit me, and it hit me hard, because you lie to protect them. What you think you're doing, you lie to protect them. And I used to see families or things on TV where the mom, and usually it was a Caucasian mom. No, because Claire Huxtable did that a lot too. And Bill, even though it was fictitious family, it wasn't real, but you know, they portrayed the things and the love and nurturing that is needed, also being stern at the same time. Like if one of the kids would do something, or if they were angry at each other, they would say, yes, I am angry at your dad because he did not blah 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 blah, or yes, your mom made me upset because she didn't, and they would say it. And I'm like, oh, that, you know, we laugh, but if you look back, that was the way it's supposed to be done. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to use our emotions. It is okay to open up. It's okay. It's okay. We are taught, like I said in the beginning, to suppress everything. It is okay. It is okay. And I'm learning that it is okay to be disappointed. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to be upset. It is okay to be angry. It is okay. What is not okay is how you deal with it. If it's not good. What is not okay is if you suppress it, because it brings upon ailments inside you that you don't really realize. It brings upon ailments inside you that you don't really realize. Y'all, I redid my nails. I did the smile lines even deeper, and I love them. I had to cut this one. Boy, it chipped on me. But yeah, I keep cutting my nails. These are my natural nails. I keep cutting them down. But I did the smile lines more, and I made them more like, almond shape. Y'all know I love me a French tip. I will go to those when that's my go-to. It's simple, it's easy, and yeah, I will go, that would be my go-to. But I did do the video, so this evening you will be seeing the this done got cold talking to y'all on the kept Kinkaliber tea, the tea that is amazing. So that will be out this evening about 6:30. I'm gonna edit that when I get off of here after I eat. I'm gonna edit that so you guys can see that and all the benefits. Oh, it's a powerhouse, and it doesn't taste bad. It's not even strong. It's something I could drink every day. It's not like, what's that tea, that smooth move tea? It's just a taste with that. Just certain teas that be like, ugh. But that tea I could drink every day, which I actually did steep enough to keep cold so I can drink that. I'm gonna put some honey in it and just kind of have that and just drink that throughout the day. Getting into the habit of doing my nails myself. Yes, sissy. I'm going to do a video on all the natural stuff I use for my nails to keep them strong and to nourish them and stuff. I don't like them. My nails grow fast. Like, I had to cut my nails. I filed them down since the first time I told you I was going back to this like some months ago. I had to file these down like, I want to say 3 times. I've done them about 3 times since. One before, one, this was like a couple months ago. Then because my nails last a little minute. They'll stay done for like at least about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, unless I get some chipping or something that I don't like. But other than that, they stay on point. And I got my out the door. I don't even know if I shared that. I did the out the door polish. It ended up coming. Y'all, amazing. When I say that is one reason why most people don't that's really your calling. Oh, thank you, sis. Most people don't like to do their nails because the fact that you got to blow them and wait and they might smudge and something might happen. Somebody call your phone. This out the door polish that I got, we're going to talk about that on the other channel. So that'll be on the other channel. I got it. I'm going to literally paint my nail and show y'all in that short how fast my nail dries. I love the out the door and what I put as a base on my nails to strengthen my nails and keep them looking healthy. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. But I think I want to go even with the natural nails. I still want to go with my signature of putting something on my on these nails. So I might be doing these different. And I think instead of whites, whatever color I got on my toes, I'm gonna make my French manicure that color. I don't know, I'm gonna get a little creative, but I think I want to do it with my natural nails. But if I don't, and if I have the moment I want to do the little press-ons, because y'all know my press-ons be short too, I'm gonna do those. But I found a better way because I was doing them with a Q-tip. I ain't gonna say I found a better way. I used to do this way, I'm gonna say back in the days, but my brushes, I couldn't find the brushes. It's simple and it makes the smile line so much more neater, and so it just, and I don't have no pink nothing on here. That is my actual nail bed. That is the color of my actual nail bed. I don't put that pink. I just put clear and white. That's it. That's all I put. And I actually love the way it feels. Like, these are mine, even though they're not all alone, but these are mine. And I'm trying to embrace all that. And one day I'll be sharing what's underneath here. One day I'll be sharing what's underneath here. But yeah, so that's that. I wanted to come and talk to y'all about that. Next week, I think I wanted to talk about the placebo adult. I can't think of the name. Anyways, basically, I'm going to give y'all a little, this may be what we talk about next week. It is the adult who was a child that had to grow up so fast, that had to become an adult early. I'm talking about early, like 9, 10, 6, between 5 and 9, 10 years old. Life changed for them and they had to do things and step into adult roles early. There's an actual name for that. There's an actual there's characteristics to that and how they become adults and what it's crazy. I didn't know that's what I was. And so yeah, we're gonna talk about that. It depends. I pray about it and we see what we're gonna talk about, and then we go from there. We do know do I love, okay, we're gonna scratch that off as a check mark. I did talk about that and I shared that. I wanted to talk about that. And some of these I want to go deeper with. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. It is there. This one is right there. Yeah, it's Presidu adult and proceed. I might be saying this all wrong. And Presidu mutuality. That might be the next topic, y'all. It blew my mind. It blew my mind because most of y'all gonna probably like, oh my gosh, girl, that's what I'm dealing with. Yeah. Thank you everyone that came into the live, and thumbs up for my sis. Thank you so much. We trying to grow. Please, y'all. It's still been 374 subscribers. So those who saying they subscribing, the lies. Like, people just be lying for no reason. Cause I watch my subscribers. I can see who subscribe, and I can see the numbers change, and people just lie. But guess what? I'm only giving it 90 days. So if this is what you want, share it with people on other social media. Tell them to come to the channel, because in 90 days your girl's gone. I'm disappearing on y'all, and I said it. I'm giving 90 days. I've been doing this too long. I'm disappearing, and y'all just not gonna see me like that. Y'all might see me maybe once or twice a year or something like that. I'm not. My life, I got stuff going on, and I'm really doing things in real life, and I don't have time to keep giving energy to something that's not worth it. Not trying to be funny, but seriously, I'm giving myself 90 days. I already have my time frame of how I'm gonna go here and I'm going there, with consistent Monday and Sundays on the other channel, and then consistent Wednesday hump days, and then throughout the week I might throw in some shorts. Other than that, your girl gonna be out. If you happen to see me or hear from me, you do. If not, I tried to share and nobody wanted to listen. It's other things that I could be and will be doing. So yeah, I love you guys. And remember, don't let anything you can't control you. And you know what I mean. Stick to your script, because you are the best at it. And do the work, because nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. I promise you they're not. This is work. It don't feel good. But the more that you embrace the accountability of what you know doesn't feel good, it feels better. And you want more of understanding who you are, so you can be better. Somebody has to be better so that the generations before can be better. That's it. That's just what it is. And according to my therapist, I am that. Why I gotta get that job, God? Why? But I guess he knows who's perfect for it, right? I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, my revivers. I'm about to go eat, and I got to edit this tea video. It's going to be a little lengthy because I don't want... Look, it did it again, sis. It says can of war. I don't know why it's doing that. Yes, because I'm tired of everything being short, and then some people be wanting long stuff. This generation, like I said, it's like everything is so sped up. Everybody want things fast. I like to give you some substance. I like to give you more of what it is and why it is. So that I didn't post the benefits up in the corner. No, I told you. I read them out. We talked about them. The benefits of this tea, because this tea right here, life-changing. So yeah. Look out for that video at 6:30, and then you're going to get a video on Sunday at 6:30. And yeah, I'll see you back again, the Lord's willing, next Wednesday for another Wednesday Hump Day Live. Let's talk about it. All right. Later, y'all. Love you too, sis.